Hey, welcome back to Club Junkies. What's in the bag? Last week, I don't remember if my episode came out last week or the week before. I was traveling, but yeah, I was at an event for media, checking out some new product. And as you can guess by everything that was in there, I was at UST. So UST's got some new stuff coming. Can't talk about it yet, but I was out there. It was awesome, and that set that I brought was actually really good. So I had a brand new shaft in the driver. In that QI35, and that went really, really well. I hit that thing really solid. The first day I struggled a little bit, just got everything going, and then the second day actually was really hitting driver, probably one of the best driver days I've hit in a long time. New shaft feel, well, I can't talk about it. So we'll just say that it was really good. So we did that, and then yeah, the rest of the clubs, 3-wood was really solid. I only hit it a couple times. There was like one par 5 that was really long. Even when you hit a good tee shot for me, I still had like 300 in. So wasn't making it there, but I hit that twice, a couple times, really, really well. And then, yeah, the irons are really solid all week. We played like 36 holes or something like that, or I'm sorry, 45 holes. And honestly, played really well. Hit the irons so solid. Those USG Dart Vs, really, really good in there. So we played at a place called Briggs Ranch down in San Antonio. It was a pretty cool layout, really easy to drive the ball, but, the greens had some pretty subtle undulations and things like that. So you had to kind of hit it fairly decent on your second shot, but hit the irons really solid. And I have to say I was really impressed with how well those went. And then wedges, for the first day, my wedges were on fire. You would have thought I was a scratch player with how close I was hitting the ball and getting up and down from places I shouldn't have. So that was awesome. And then putter was okay. I didn't really make anything. I didn't really miss anything. It had that place has like that zoysia grass, so not really used to playing with a lot of grain up here in Metro Detroit. So that's always a little interesting to me because I'm trying to kind of figure that out, and I always forget about it and come up with a putt that's way short or something like that. But overall, played really well, so I cannot complain. I shot 80 on the one round that we played our own ball. We played a little bit of a scramble on one day. And then we played, I don't know, we played our own ball. No, we played a shamble on the second day. So played a lot of great golf there, but hit the ball really well, so a good setup. And I will be heading to Titleist this week for another media event to check out some new stuff, so that'll be exciting. So the bag we're bringing here is going to be pretty much all Titleist gear. So this is the bag I'm bringing this week out to Manchester Lane, which is just outside over in Massachusetts. We'll call it Boston. It's not quite in Boston. It's a little bit out from there, but they've got a testing facility, their ball plant, all that out in the East Coast. So I'll be hanging out at Manchester Lane and playing a little golf with those people. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're going to start with driver, and driver is going to be the Titleist GT2. This has been my gamer anyway. A really good driver. I just love the blend of speed, forgiveness, look, sound, feel, all that. It just does it all really well. Now mine's an 11-degree head. I typically play it down a little bit. And with this one here, I will be playing it down at about 10.25. So I use All Fit as the universal adapter. When you go down in loft, it goes down 0.75 and then 1.5. I usually play it down 0.75. So I will be doing that. And yeah, this head here has just been really good. Like I said, I've hit it really well. I love the fact that it's long. It's easy to hit. When you miss it, the spin retention on it is really good. It's got a pretty high launch to it. I call it mid-high. But overall, it's just been a great driver all year. And like I said, kind of my gamer for most of the year. So this will be it. And then the shaft going in it will be one of these new shafts I just got. So I can't talk much about it. It is a UST shaft. It's actually, the funny thing is the tip is gluing on it right now next to me. I came with the TaylorMade tip when I was out there last week playing it. And I'm going to put a Titleist head, so I'm putting an all-fit tip on it right now. So it is actually drying right next to me, and it will be going in this head as soon as the tip is dry and ready to go. So I'm packing it into my travel bag anyway, so the head's coming off, and this is going in the head cover and in the bag. But that is going to be driver. And then for 3-wood, we're going with its sibling. This is the GT2. So this is the GT2 3-wood. This is actually the high lofted 3-wood or the 4-wood. This is the 16.5-degree one. And I've liked this a lot. I've had this with a couple different shafts. When I got fit into it, I got fit into a Graphite design shaft, the CQ, and it launched it high, but I found out as I kind of got more warmed up into the summer and playing, it was kind of spinning a little too much, and I was kind of just going up and falling out of the sky. So we reshafted it here, but this one, again, is just, it's a great look when you set it down. I really like GT compared to TSR. I think what they did in terms of the look to it, this thing has a little bit more of a square look to it. I love the shaping out near the toe a little bit more. It kind of blends and makes it look a little more square. TSR and then even TSI looked almost like they made it look a little shut with the way that toe was shaped. So I really like the GT2. But this thing here, again, easy to hit off the deck, long enough off the tee. The face on it is deep enough where if you do want to hit it off the tee, you can. but has no problem hitting it off the deck. So this thing has been a really solid option as well, mixing the rotation quite a bit. 16.5 degree head. It is set at D1, so it is down a little bit and flat, I believe. I try to memorize the whole Titleist chart, and sometimes it's hard, but it is playing at D1. This is actually the setting I fit into a CQ. I carried it over when I reshafted it, and it's actually worked really well. So I think it's playing down a little bit, so I think this is playing basically like 15.75 degrees, if it is exactly 16.5, but it's playing that and maybe just a hair flat. So this is shafted up with a Fujikura Ventus TR Red 7X. So this is the mid-high launch version of the TR. I love the TR because it's got this reinforced spread toe fabric in the handle. Just a little stiffer handle section to it. Feels like it's got a little bit more control, but it still gets the ball up in the air, and that's not too spinny. Really tight for being a high launch shaft. So this one here is playing, and I think it's playing just a hair short. I want to say it's playing 43 inches. But this thing here has been a really, really good 3-wood for me. So that will be 3-wood, and then 7-wood, as you might imagine, is going to be the GT2. Yes, the GT2 21 degree head. Now this one here is set to B1, so it is just flat, playing 21 degrees, playing flat. But this one, actually, when I first got this, I did not hit this well at all. I hit it really well at TPI when I went and got fit for the GT Woods, and then I got it home, and it just took me a while to figure it out. And this summer, actually, I started hitting it really well. And I do like the fact that, you know, on the course I play most for my league and stuff like that, there's not a lot of 7-woods off the deck in terms of that distance that I hit a lot, but I do hit this thing off the tee on some short par 4s and things like that. And this one here, just a little deeper face in some of the 7-woods, and it is really easy to hit off the deck. So goes pretty darn high in the air. And this one, like I said it to B1, it's a little bit flat, takes a little bit out of the left out of it, but it's got a good distance to it, good sound and feel. And again, when you set it down, really compact look. Like when you set it down, it is definitely on the smaller side when it comes to you know, the size and the profile when you look down on it. So really good there. This is shafted up with a Graphite Design Tour AD IZ7 stiff. Now when I went and got fit, we actually had an 8 stiff in here to begin with, and 8 stiff, after hitting balls all day and it was hot and all that, it was just heavy. And I was like, you know, can we try the 7? We put the 7 in there. The numbers were still really good, and it was lighter weight, easier to swing, and it just worked out. So this one has the 7S, but the IZ, again, kind of a little bit more mid-high launch, you know, mid-spin. Really good shaft for the 7-wood here, but I've hit this really well, you know, fairly recently, and it's definitely made it in the bag more than it did when I first got it in the last year. Then we move into irons, and the first iron in the bag is going to be utility iron, and it is going to be the Titleist 505U, or U505, sorry, the U505. So this is their utility iron that is built for high launch. So they have the U505, and then they have the T250U. If you're looking for a little flatter trajectory, something to work the ball a little bit more, T250U is probably your option. If you're looking to throw it high in the air like I am, and have it land soft in the 4-iron spot, the U505 is great. Now this one here looks awesome. Compared to last year's 505, it lost the big scoopy back. It's got kind of a muscle back blade. It looks like the T250, T350, blends really well. I've liked this thing a whole lot. Now it is bent too weak, so I'm not able to blend it with some other sets as easily as I am to blend it with the set I'm going to play today. But I tell you what, bending this thing too weak also, it takes some of the offset out of it, and this thing looks absolutely amazing from address. Just a great looking utility iron, blends really well with a set of irons. And I was shocked how high this thing went. I went in there with my GT2 hybrid thinking, oh, I'm just going to play this, you know, hybrid. They're not going to be able to beat it. And then I hit this, and it was amazing how high and how easy it was to hit in the air. It's long, and just overall, I think it's just a phenomenal utility iron. And for somebody who wants to play an iron, but still needs the height, I haven't found anything I've hit higher than this. So really, really good here. And this is shafted with a Graphite Design Tour AD HY85 stiff. So this is the hybrid shaft that they make that's a little softer profile. Overall, a little softer in the handle and the tip compared to, say, the DI. A little bit more mid-high launch, mid-spin. Really smooth feel to it. You know, just, you know, as it loads, unloads, got kind of active, feels like it's got some kick to it, and helps hit the ball up in the air as well. So a great option to go with this utility. Just hit the ball high, let it land soft, and just have a better chance of holding greens when you're hitting 4-irons into them. So not sure. I've never played the course we're going to play, so I have no idea what those, you know, distances are going to be. I don't know if that'll be hit off the deck, off the tee, but it's good on both of those. So then for irons, we are going to play my T250 launch specs from Titleist. So this is the T250, but the launch spec version. You can see because it's got a little diamond after the T250, or a little star that designates it as a launch spec. And the launch spec is basically a weaker version of the T250. So I believe the 7-iron, it is 4 degrees weaker. with these launch specs, and it's just made to get the ball up in the air. Now the head is a little lighter as well. I think it's around 5 grams lighter than the traditional T250, but it's meant to swing fast, hit it high, and let it land softer. And I am not a person who hits the ball super high in the air, so these, when I went and did my fitting, were what we fit into, and these were getting me a great angle of descent as well as a great peak height. So still forged, still got a lot of speed, and they are purpose built this way. So they're not just taking a set of T250s and bending them 4 degrees weak and changing up the sole geometry and all that. They are specifically designed this way. So they're just meant to play, hit them high and hit them long. And these things here, I'm still kind of dialing in the yardages on it because they are weaker. You know, I'm hitting them high and they go, but there's some times when I feel like I hit them almost the distance I hit my old ones that were stronger lofted, and there's sometimes they come up a little bit shorter sometimes. So still trying to figure out, you know, my distances across the whole set, but I like the fact that I can hit these into pretty much any green, and I'm going to be able to stop the ball anywhere near the hole. If you want to tuck it in the back, no problem. If you want to, you know, leave it up front, you know, and all that, I can throw it up there. And they're going to land soft and hold the green. So these are shafted up with Aerotech Steelfiber I-95 CWs. So this is a 95 gram, a little bit lighter than what I had before. I had T150s before with the 110s. These here, the 95s, same thing. Just I hit them a little bit higher. They launch a little bit higher than the I-110s, so they get up in the air and you know, again, add a little launch angle, add a little peak height, and we're able to stop it on the green a little bit easier. So I-95 through the set, and I'm going to be playing these 5 through pitching wedge. And then we move into wedges. And the wedges, I bet you're going to be shocked that the first one is an SM10, but it is the Titleist Vokey SM10. This is the 5012F, so the high bounce gap wedge. But the 5012 got a little more bounce to it, a little more camber on the sole, gets through the turf really well. Especially if you're steep or you're playing kind of softer conditions like I do. It's the raw head. It does have the little Club Junkie stamp on the backside, but this thing is really good. I love this this 50. I've been playing since SM8. I kind of fell in love with the 12-degree bounce, 50-degree, and I've played it ever since then. So big fan of this one. It gets you the turf well. I also do use it around the green a little bit to kind of hit some chip shots and things like that. And this sole works really well. You can kind of hit it into the turf and you don't have to worry about it grabbing or digging or anything like that. And it blends pretty well with the T250 set from Address. So this is shafted up with a Nippon Modus 10, what is it? Yeah, Tour 105. So the Nippon Modus Tour 105 in stiff. This was just a shaft as we were kind of going through shafts during my SM10 fitting that it just kind of felt the best when I was hitting it. I don't have luck, it's funny, with the 105 and the irons as much. I feel like those go kind of high and I'm not consistent with it. I love the 115s, but the 105s and the wedges I hit really well. So offer kind of that mid ball flight, mid spin, and they work really well in the wedges, especially like the 50-degree where I'm hitting more full shots with it. Then we move into sand wedge, and sand wedge is going to be the Vokey SM10, and this is going to be the 5614F. The 14F is, yes, a high bounce, 14 degrees, a lot of sole there, full sole width, great for shots when you're playing it to the target or you're hitting full shots with it. But you can still play it around the green. You can open it a little bit. I mean, the leading edge does come off the ground a little bit, so if you're playing like crazy hard lies, crazy tight lies, okay, yeah, it may not be the easiest thing to open up and hit it with a high lofted shot, but that's why you carry a lob wedge. But this thing here, played by a bunch of tour professionals actually, which is pretty interesting, like Scheffler and a few others playing the 14F, but great out of the bunker, really good wedge all around, just more versatile. So has my initials stamped on the back, again, the raw one from the WedgeWorks line, and this is shafted up with the same shaft, a Nippon Modus Tour 105. So I want to say in stiff, these come in at like 108 grams, something like that. So they match up well with the iron set here, but this is a great wedge set, and I've been playing these a lot over the past like summer and a half or whatever I've owned them. So the lob wedge, had a couple different options to go lob wedge. I don't really know what the conditions are at the place we're playing, but it is East Coast, so it probably won't be super hard and super firm. So we're actually going to go with the Vokey WedgeWorks V grind. So this is the 60 V grind. And basically it's kind of a higher bounce version of the L grind, which is a very similar cousin to the M grind, but lots of trailing edge relief, heel and toe relief there. On this one, the bounce is pushed back a little bit compared to say like a T grind. T grind, the bounce is pushed over a little bit forward. But this thing here works really well. It's got a little bit of bounce to it, so when you play it square, you can hit it out of the turf or hit it out of the trap, hit it on some softer turf, no big deal. It's got the relief so you can open a club up and that leading edge doesn't come up like the 56 if you need to hit that higher lofted shot. But this was my gamer for a bit until I moved to the A+ grind. I thought about bringing the A+, and then I just said, well, I haven't probably played the V in a while, so let's just bring it. And this one here, I did stamp myself, so it's not quite as nice looking as the people at Titleist who did the other two wedges. But this one here is really good. It's a versatile wedge. I like to play in it, and we're going to give it a run because I haven't played it in a while. And this one is shafted up with just the Vokey WedgeWorks shaft, which is pretty much a True Temper Dynamic Gold S200, which a little bit heavier. I think it's like 125-ish grams for that. It's a lighter weight version of the S300. So a shaft that offers kind of a mid-low launch, kind of mid-low spin, but good feel to it. And in the lob wedge, I'm not hitting a lot of full shots anyway, so I'm kind of not focused on how it really launches the ball for full shots because it's more around the green for me, maybe short-sided a bunker or something like that. Now, for putter, again, as you can probably guess, it is going to be my Scotty Cameron Catalina 2, or Catalina. Sorry, the studio style Catalina. I always say Catalina 2 because I do own an old oil can number Catalina 2, and I like that thing a lot. But this one here is just the standard Catalina, and I apologize, I'm trying to hold my bag up here as it wants to fall down. But yeah, this is this Catalina 2, the studio style. It's got the carbon steel insert with the chain link milling on it, so it actually does have a really soft feel. I like this Catalina compared to even my old Catalina 2 because it's just kind of like a little wider blade width. From front to back, it's a little bit wider there, a little bit shorter heel to toe compared to the original Catalina 2. But this thing here, really solid, really classic. I like just kind of the slight double bend in it that it has. It's almost face balanced, just has a touch of toe hang to it, not too much at all. But this thing here has been a really good putter. It's got a really soft feel off the face, that milling and being carbon steel. It just has a really soft feel off the face and really stable. I added some 25-gram weights to it, so a little bit heavier as I'm playing it at 33 inches. So added a little bit of head weight to it. And this one here is shafted up with just a steel shaft on it, just the Scotty Cameron stock steel shaft. And we've got the Studio Design kind of wind style grip on here. So a little bit more of a mid-size grip compared to what I'm usually used to. I've been putting a lot with kind of like smaller iomics and lambkin deep edge chords, things like that. This is a little bit bigger than that, but it's still got a good feel. It's still not as much arc up in the upper hand to it, but it fits well in the hand, and it's got good traction on it, good feel to it. So this is just the stock 33-inch that they built for me, and it's a really great putter. So I really enjoyed having it. Just got it recently, and I've been putting a bunch with it. So that is the putter. And then for ball, I'm not really sure yet. I don't know what ball. I'll probably just bring Pro V1X because that's the ball I always play. But who knows? I know just Left Dot just came out. I do have a box of those. I'm not really a low launch guy or just need it, so I don't know if I need to play that. But I'll probably just bring Pro V1X. So that is my what's in the bag for media trip this week. Hopefully I'll play pretty well. We'll go out there and have some fun, get to tour the ball plant, do all that stuff. It's always really exciting to do that and get to see everybody out there. So that is what's in the bag. Yeah, check back next week when I will let you know how everything goes with this bag, how I play, and what worked, maybe what didn't. Hopefully it all works out. So we'll see you next week.